All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this lovely Wednesday. Good to see you all. And just get a low, so you ready to hear me loud and clear. All right, good to see you all. All right, perfect. Well, welcome back to another morning of live pre-market trading with me, Fausto, and the staff of CTU. Hopefully, everybody is having a really good morning. A lot of good stocks that are moving. I told you I've been a big fan of the pot stocks, and they are just taking off. Also, got a couple other stocks that are obviously doing like out of this world. There was this SLS that we traded yesterday, and then after hours, the thing just like blew up. We'll talk a little bit about that, but just want to go over a couple of things regarding what to expect. First of all, a lot of you know we got phase 3, lesson 3 and 4 today. If you're a student here at Cyber Trading University, so look forward to seeing you there. We had a great lesson yesterday. I know some of you, if you made it, great. If you didn't, you could always review it. It's on your dashboard. We went over a lot of these stocks. We showed you, one of the biggest, most important things that I think a lot of people have to learn is how to take losses, and when to admit that you're wrong, and just basically, buy less shares and trade more often. That's what you have to do. So I think that was a good lesson. So if you missed it, go back to it. Now, regarding about what to expect going on for this morning and what happened, listen, it seems like the GameStop story started dying. Typed in the wrong window here. So GameStop had a nice rally yesterday. I guess I don't know what happened. Some news came out that now that certain brokerage firms allow you to trade their stock, whatever, small amounts, but that thing just went from 80 to like 140. All of them moved, even AMC and all the ones on the list. But then, that kind of fizzled out and kind of died out. Listen, I said this earlier. Did you really think that GameStop, when it went from 20, was worth 80? I mean, seriously, think about that. And then it went to 150. You actually are out of your mind. And then it went to almost 500. Okay. Remember the theory I told you about the house. Okay. If your house is worth $1 million and someone's going to offer you 50 million, why would you not sell it? Oh, it's in my family, and my mother lived here, and she gave to me this. Okay, that's not a good business decision. So same thing with GameStop. Did you really think that it was not going to crash? It wasn't a matter of if, it was a matter of when. Okay, so it's been a really nice stock to scalp. Okay, now I did do a class on scalping. You got to be careful of that. You got scalping is you're just in and out. You're just basically shaving. Okay, taking these buy on the bid, selling the offer, buying the bid. Other than that, stay away from it. There were a lot of other stocks that were a lot better, which we're going to talk about. So before we go through the watch list, let's talk about what happened yesterday. So let's talk about the VX, the VXRT. This one was awesome. So this stock had a great run up yesterday. We killed it on this one yesterday here in the Cyber Group room. You can see it ran from 16 to 24. Just did not want to stop after 10 o'clock. Great swing trade, swing day trade. And then obviously, okay, party's over, everybody. What do you think it's going to do? Be another GameStop? Boom. Great short, $24. Now it's down to 11. All right. Look at the long-term chart. Do you really think that this stock is really going to, 300? So this is day trading at its best. But you know what? One thing you learn here, and one thing you have to understand, if you miss the long, you can always go short. Okay? So, and whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. It took all day to go from 16 to 24. It took less than 30 minutes to go from 24 down to 11. So, like I always say, whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. Another couple of stocks that did really well was the OCGN trade. That one was like an early morning mover. It ran from 2 to about 350. That one was pretty cool. The SLS is just out of this world. This thing just like $6 to 24. And then we had the NTN, just looking at the watch list that we had. That one also went from 4 to 7. So if you're watching YouTube and Facebook Live and you're wondering, wait a minute, you guys do this every day? Yeah. So when people ask me, why are you not so excited about what happened with the Reddit thing? Listen, there's going to be another Reddit, okay? And actually, there was one yesterday. And I've been talking about it for the past 2 months. When I told you that when we have a new administration come in, okay, a new presidency, it's a total different agenda. All right, totally different agenda. One is more a conservative, one's more progressive. One thinks, of the country should go one way, and other ones think the other way. And I know we have people all around the world, and you know what it is when you have. I think you vote for parties, okay, not for an actual, sometimes an individual, but for a party. But anyway, totally different agenda. What was the big agenda yesterday? Senator Schumer and Cory Booker said, you know what? We want to find a way how to legalize pot. Now, please do not get personal and political, okay? This is your job, okay? Wall Street, you might hate them, but you got to respect them, okay? If we had President Trump still in there, certain things will probably continue that made that rally when he first took over. If you hated him or you love him, it made certain stocks take over. But now to go another 8 years, obviously you probably have the same things that keep it moving, but now you have a new administration. Now all of a sudden, it's like throwing a whole wrench into it. Now all of a sudden, everything changes. So now you have somebody that wants to legalize pot, and these pot stocks are obviously moving, okay? And if you look at this one, we were talking about this since January, okay? Right through the inauguration. You could see it right there. Stock was $12, okay? Stock ran all the way to almost $23. In what, less than a week? We were trading these things. And now, look at it. It's at 27. Now, I own these as a swing trade. There's a couple of pot stocks out there. And let me tell you something. You think this looks big? Look at this. TLRI went from $23 to almost $300, okay? And obviously came right back down with the bad news. So when you're looking at this little hiccup right there, you're like, wow, that actually could happen. Well, listen, it happened in 2019, but because everybody thought like, the pot stocks and legalization. I think that's when Canada got legal. I know we have a bunch of Canadians in here too. I guess that's when that really came in, and I guess that kind of like blew up in their face because they realized, taxing people, obviously they found another way around it. But I think that was with that rally where that came in. But anyway, pot stocks are really good. Another one I want you to keep an eye on. Now remember, we just don't day trade; we also swing trade in here. Pins. I've been a big fan of Pinterest. So pins, obviously, after you saw what happened with Amazon yesterday, Amazon had really good earnings. They did pretty well. Pretty volatile though. Google, all these high tech stocks. Google is obviously doing really, really well here. You can see Google basically popped. Why is this chart like that? There we go. So Google obviously broke all-time highs. So I've been a big fan of Pinterest. I think Pinterest we've been trading Pinterest right around $40. So if you guys still have it, it looks like it just almost broke all-time highs. So we'll see what happens. Remember, when a stock breaks all-time highs, it's off to the races. Okay, it's on uncharted territories. Now, what's the big news going on this week? Okay, I haven't really spoke about it, but we know it's the Super Bowl. Okay, some of you out of the country are like, oh yeah, I heard about it. I watch it. Okay, so I would keep a very close eye on DraftKings. Okay, so they want to legalize. DraftKings took off also because of here in New York, because we have a terrible run, system, and they're so in debt. Probably the most in debt next to California. They're trying to do whatever they can to raise money on taxes. So they want to now legalize gambling here. So DraftKings obviously had a nice little pop because of that. And it's going to be testing high. So I would keep an eye on DraftKings with the Super Bowl and everything else. I think there's going to be a lot of gambling going on. Listen, people got nothing to do. They're home. It's like trading. What they say about the Reddit guys, all those millennials, what they say? Most of those people that got money from their stimulus were actually, which is kind of weird or disturbing, I don't know way you look at it, but that's where they got this money from. And that's how they all just invest in the stock market. So anyway, I would look at gambling also. You have Penn. Obviously, he's been doing just phenomenal. Penn just doesn't stop. This Penn was $4 back in March. This was just, look at that. $4. You want to talk about a stock that had a run? This is what had a run. I know a lot of young kids actually traded the stock. I know they still own it. My nephew even had it. But anyway, a couple of stocks out there. So we got a couple of swing trades. I want to keep an eye on them. Let's go hop on the day trade bandwagon right now because I got to get ready for class. My God, I didn't realize what time it is. All right, so we got the SINO. This stock just had a big run up from 6 all the way to 16. Built a little bit of a Fausto flag right around after about 8:45. Stock had a nice little rally. We've been trading the stock. We've been watching it. The stock went from $2 to $8. It's pretty volatile. Be very careful. It is a category 3. It doesn't have algorithms in it, which is cool, which is great. But we do got some decent iceberg orders. Just don't trade a lot of shares of it. We might be trading this stock in class for all you students. HNRG is another one that's actually moving in this morning. It's pre-market, a little bit more comfortable. Nice level 1 stock for you beginners out there that's still a little bit, a little nervous jumping into a trade. This one up 25%, 30,000 shares. I got some decent iceberg orders out there. I see a 7,000 share seller at $1.90. That kind of explains it why it's been kind of hovering there the last 5 minutes. Pretty nice little comfortable stock to trade. To watch going into this open. Remember, the goal is the reason why we trade these stocks, when these stocks have volatility in it. If these stocks are not moving, you're wasting your time, right? So that's the whole idea. Here's a stock, ZYNE. It's kind of flat, comfortable, beginnerish, level 1. It's got some decent iceberg orders, not seeing a lot of algorithms in there. That might be up your alley. Here's another one that came up late on my radar. I would keep an eye on this CANF, another one that had a really good pre-market move from $2.50 to a little bit over $2.50. You got some huge orders out there, 29,000 at 234, 10,000 at 233. A lot of big orders out there, and you could see that's the reason why it's holding. If those buyers get done, okay, you know what's going to happen after that. All you cyber traders. Another one that's moving pretty cool here, nice and move, is this TYME. Big move this morning, $2 to $4. I know a lot of you guys that came in early here in the cyber group room around 8 o'clock this morning. This is the stock that you guys traded. I know a lot of you are pretty much done already, but with this stock. But what a nice little mover. Doesn't mean it's done. Listen, please, I know I got some people here, watching, and I know Christopher just brought it up too, the TYME, is that don't look at this stock like, oh, you know what, I should have had it, could have, would have. You know what? What happened to the SLS, right? You could have bought it yesterday, could have bought it this morning, could have bought it after hours. The goal is you're not trying to hit home runs, you're just trying to hit base hits. That's basically what it comes down to it. And then this one, the last but not least, is this one. This is pretty cool. The VXRT. I don't know if it was on your short list, but here comes the crash. Here comes the crash. Look at that bad boy coming down. That was a gorgeous short right around 8:30. Okay, right around 8:30. And you know what the sad part is? Because I always like we're going to be doing an open house tomorrow every Thursday. So once again, if you here watching YouTube, Facebook Live, you want to learn a little bit more about level 3 and level 4, just click us and like us, subscribe to us, and we'll be broadcasting live on that. But it's sad how many people just don't realize that they get stuck in a position, they can't get out of it until the market opens up. Well, I'm going to do a video on that and explain it. Actually, I did one on my YouTube channel, and you can find it on my playlist. But I think I'm going to probably do another one in the next couple of days regarding it. But if you don't have access for in pre-market and aftermarket, you're no different than what happened to people in 1987 during the crash. Okay, it's time to wake up and start using the tools to be very successful, because you got to play fire with fire, and you can't be held hostage for someone else that's trying to profit from what you're profiting from you and is trading against you when you could just do it yourself. So that's going to be your tip of the day. All right. Yeah, I know that, Michael. The KOSS is getting hammered. Yep, I get it. Listen, it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. All right, guys. So let me get back. So you clickbait 100% of the daily. Chris, I don't know what you mean by that. Just if you be more specific on that. But the TYME, if you're talking about that one, is where is it? The trend is coming down now. I mean, you're pretty much done early in the mornings, but if it holds here, it should be pretty strong. As long as those buyers on the bid don't get executed on level 3. All right. All right, guys. So listen, good luck. Happy trading. We'll be back. We'll see you back here at 2:30. Students, I'll see you in the trading room in class we'll start at 9:35. Cyber traders in the cyber group room. You see something, you say something. And once again, if you guys are online on YouTube and Facebook, if you want to ever join our trading room, just click on the bottom for $9. Do a trial, get in the room. You'll see what we do all day. Come and join the original trading room that I started 25 years ago. All right, guys. Good luck. Happy trading. Be safe. And I will be seeing you this afternoon.